Dungeon Encounters is a passion project directed by the inventor of the ATB system and game designer of Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy XII, Hiroyuki Ito. With very little marketing to its name, this unexpected title has made its way to PC and consoles. Captivated by the list of staff members that developed the title, I decided to tackle it with a fresh mind. Dungeon Encounters has a straightforward objective: to conquer the mysterious labyrinth. That's pretty much it. While the game does set you up with a bland text box at the beginning, it doesn't do much aside from that. So if you're the type who goes into an RPG for its story, I'm afraid this won't be your cup of tea. But if you're into the thrill of random exploration, then you'll feel right at home. The game starts with a list of party members for you to outright choose from, each at varying levels. Still, they largely begin at level 1 most of the time. Further, additional party members are hiding as Wanderers. You can get a rough estimate of their coordinates by using the Wanderer's search ability. To recruit them, you have to step on the exact tile that they're on, and I'm talking really exact here. Speaking of coordinates, your X and Y axis values are displayed at the top left of the screen. I inevitably found myself jotting down important floor coordinates, so I knew where to go if I needed to reach a specific tile. Inside the dungeons, there are different types of coded tiles. If the player steps on a black one, a battle will begin. The combat system is Final Fantasy-esque, with your classic ATB system making itself known. There are 3 prevalent stats: physical defense, PD, health points, HP, and magical defense, MD. Physical defense can be reduced with weapon attacks and magical defense with magic spells. However, there's no MP, meaning spells can be cast as many times as you'd like. Although there is a caveat: healing abilities such as Recover and Resurrection can only be used a limited amount of times. If their respective counters reach 0, a player must reset their usage limit at an Adventurer's Rest tile. Now, let's talk about the white numbered tiles, which trigger an event. These events vary depending on what the code etched on the tile you've stepped on is. For example, 03 activates the ability station, allowing you to equip abilities you obtained from your dungeon crawling. 05 and 06 are tiles that trigger fountains which will allow your party's health to be healed or resurrect a party member. There are also various shops scattered across the floors that will enable you to purchase weapons and armor. But out of all of the events, in my honest opinion, the one that could really save your skin is the two-way portal, which you can find at every 10 floors, which is marked by a 0 followed by a letter. Two-way portals allow players to go back to the starting floor 00. That's useful because floor 00 contains all the shops and restoration items you need. It is also vital that you visit the academy tile often. This space will save a log of your party expedition, so if your party is defeated, which, trust me, it'll happen when you least expect it, you'll be able to restart from the last log without losing your progress. It's a very helpful feature and one I've only come across by pure accident. Who would have thought it would save me from hours of progress being lost? Abilities can also give you different buffs that will help you on your adventure outside of battles. To equip them, you need to obtain ability points by charting all the tiles on a floor or after reaching a designated total of charted tiles. While there are tons of abilities to choose from, the ones that stood out to me most were Eagle Eye and Lesser Descent. The former will zoom out the camera, allowing you to have a more expansive view while exploring, and the latter will enable you to descend the floor if a tile with the same X and Y coordinates exists directly below you. For example, if you attempt to use it on floor 3 with the coordinate of 1032, the game will check to see that that same coordinate exists on floor 4, and if there is, you'll descend to that floor without the need for the staircase. Overall, Dungeon Encounters can be described in 2 simple words: charming, challenging. It's enjoyable and offers an engaging experience with challenges at every corner. As I got game overs, I began to learn more and more tactics to progress more efficiently. Additionally, while graphics are minimalistic, they are pretty appealing. Even though the game lacks conveniences that are now ubiquitous in modern RPGs, I don't think their absence is worse than the experience. I certainly enjoyed Dungeon Encounters and would recommend it to anyone looking for an exploration-rich RPG, where all you do is explore an everlasting labyrinth. And hey, maybe you can bet with your friends on which floor you can get to before dying. No? Just me? Aww. Noisy Pixel is giving Dungeon Encounters an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. Noisy Pixels, a group dedicated to bringing you guys the best news review previews and more. Please stick around by subscribing and ringing the bell to stay up to date on all of our future content.
Noisy Pixel.